Hello my fellow mistakes, I am Hiccup at your service. For those who are new, I'm also at your service as well. Here to do a little helpful video. I'm hoping it will help people who just want to start learning guitar and want to know the age-old question. What should I start off with? A Les Paul style or a Stratocaster style? Though granted, there are a lot of different types of style guitars out there. A lot of them which I do not have. You know, these are just two main ones that I have in general. So anyways, I'm going to be going through the positives, the negatives, the aesthetics, pretty much the whole 9 yards of what it's good for, what it's not good for, and so on and so forth, as well as other things as well. Demonstration on how they sound, and so on and so forth, again and again, as I said that for the third time. So, what do you say we get going? Now, before I do though, I will say this in advance. When I say style, I don't, I mean the style of it. I do mean the style of it, not the brand name. And there's always going to be exceptions for these guitars, or of any guitar for that matter. So, these are just pretty much the stock, and simple as can be. So, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So, this is a Les Paul style guitar. It is usually a single cutaway, which a cutaway is this. And they usually have those 3/3 tuners, which means 3 on each side to tune them, to put new strings on, and so they usually have a slanted headstock. Or these usually have set in necks, which means your neck breaks or the headstock breaks, you're fucked. You have to maybe find someone who can fix it properly, or you might have to get a new one altogether. So that is one downfall of a guitar like this. So these also have, usually, again, 2 humbucker pickups, a 3-way switch, which goes from just the bridge to the bridge and middle, or bridge and neck, my bad. And just the neck pickup, they have 2 volumes, 2 tones, 1 volume tone for the bridge, 1 volume tone for the neck. The customizations you can do to this are kind of limited. You can take off the pickguard, put a new one on if you want. Some people don't like the pickguard. Of course, you can take out the pickups in it, put something different in, as long as they fit. Put new pots in it, which are the things that help the volume and tone controls. Oh, another thing real quick is these usually have what are known as a stop bar tailpiece. So you can also replace those as wanted, or needed for that matter. Which means this is the stop bar, this is the tailpiece, stop bar, and this is the bridge. So these are really great for every type of music, especially the high gain, such as rock, hard rock, metal, punk. But they are well known to do country, bluegrass, blues in general, just a whole slew of different genres of music. So, I don't know if I said this, but I am going to do a demonstration of these guitars. So, more times than not, though, these tend to be a little heavy, anywhere between 8 to 10 pounds. But again, there's always going to be exceptions. So, keep that in mind. So, I am plugged into a Johnson amp, which is just a generic amp, and I am also plugged in for distortion with a Boss DS1. EQ's at noon for that. The volume up just a little bit. The treble and bass on the amp are just about 8, 9 o'clock, give or take. Clean setting on the amp. Volume isn't that high. Pretty much around the same part. So anyways, let's get going, right? So, I'm starting off with a clean setting and on the bridge pickup only. So, as I get adjusted. Now let's go to the middle position, which is the bridge and neck. And let's just go to the neck position, neck pickup, I should say. Now these really, most of the time they do have really great stain, which they can ring out a lot. Which, by the way, a little known fact that, some people may not realize that Les Paul was an actual person, and the first solid body electric guitar by Gibson is a signature model. So when you see these other signature models like Slash, they're a signature of a signature. So let's say we go right down to distortion. So here we go. Got something in my nose. I apologize, everybody. So, probably just need to cheap. But anyways, my nose hairs. But anyways, enough about that. Let's go right to the middle position. I'm sorry, got off sidetrack. Alright, that was the middle position. So what do you say we go to the neck position, eh? Now, like I said, these are, so as I was saying, these usually are, good for, now as I was saying before, these are really great for a lot of different styles of music, and especially the rock genre. So what do you say we go right straight to the Stratocaster style guitar? As you can see, the neck is straight instead of angled. These usually have a bolt-on neck, which means if the headstock breaks or the neck breaks, or you just want to switch it in general, you can, without having too much to worry about. You can unscrew these bolts right here, these four, and yeah. So these is just a double cutaway, which means, of course, this. They sometimes have a comfort cutaway, or comfort carve, as this is called. Sometimes. They are really great for kind of classical rock, country, a lot of other that stuff too, but not so much when it comes to the high gain settings, so to speak, or to exactly speak. So they usually have a 3 single coil pickups and a 5-way switch to switch between just the bridge to the bridge neck pickup to just the middle pickup. Made that mistake. The bridge and middle pickup, just the middle pickup, the middle and neck pickup, and just the neck pickup. So, these have usually a master volume in 2 tones, which the tone knob, pretty much, now this, I don't really get this, but I do have a couple of my guitars customized for this. But the 2 tones, one tone goes to the neck and the other tone goes to the middle. Doesn't make sense to me. I would have thought they would have had, it would have been better if it was in the bridge position for the tone. Would have been, but anyways, these are really highly customizable. You can, again, switch out the neck, which I did do for this one because I can't remember why. You can change the pick guard on them. These are a string through body, which means you string them through right here. You can, to make it strings changing easier, you can take off this plate. These are usually pretty, pretty light in general. This also has a tremolo, as well. Let me see what else. I already said what they're good for and a lot of different things. So yeah, what do you say we go right? What do you say we go to it right now, huh? So I'm gonna again start off on clean, and this is just the bridge position. So what do you say we go? So this is the bridge and middle position together. And we're gonna go straight to the middle pickup as I adjust the camera a little bit more. All right, so just the middle pickup. So this is the middle and neck position. And just the middle, or sorry, just the neck pickup. Alright, so now I'm going to be on the bridge position, just the bridge pickup, and I'm actually going to be using the tremolo arm a little bit. Now, these things aren't exactly like rock band style guitars. You can't really pull them all the way down. They're not meant to. There are certain types of Strat style guitars that have floating trems, which are really great for those, or floating trem guitars in general are really great for those. So you gotta go easy on this one, on these ones. Now you probably might have heard the that clanking sound. It is due to the springs inside of this, so which you can take out, put in, adjust as needed or wanted. So what do you say now we go right to the distortion? Real quick, if you have a high gain setting on your amp and you have it just with this individual pickups, don't know if you can hear that. Well, it's called a hum. See, these are single coil, which means they're not exactly too well for high gain individually, but hear that? See, when you're using the pickup combination of the bridge and middle, or even the middle and neck together, it cancels out, but it's still not exactly too well for the humbuckers for when it comes to high gain, but it makes it a little bit more better. So any ways, again, bridge and middle position. Alright, what do you say we go to the neck, or not neck, but the middle position only, the middle pickup only. Alright, this is the middle and neck pickup together. And just the neck. Gotta adjust my camera a little bit. So, again, some pros about this one. Again, Stratocasters again, really highly customizable. Usually lightweight in general altogether. Yeah, just an all-out roundabout guitar. Plus, you can get up to the higher frets on these ones. So, cons about these ones, well, again, they're not exactly very well suited for high gain music, but regardless, they are really good guitars. Again, customizations are quite a bit. You can switch out the pickups. You can even get a humbucker for these guitars, and you can even get a humbucker slanted, or not slanted, but whatever pick guard, where you can still have these neck and middle positions as well for the pickups. And usually, again, Les Paul's really good for all types of music, especially high gain. Again, customizations would include, but are not, limited to switching out pickups. Just the usual stuff, but they're not exactly very customizable for other things as well when it comes to looks. If you break the neck or the headstock on it, it's a bit, you might as well get a new guitar or try to find somebody who can fix it if they can. Yeah, so these are, again, positives for this. Yeah, I think I did say the positives for that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helps you out about the Stratocaster and the Les Paul style guitars. And hope this video has helped you out and decide which one should you go for. Though my number one advice, though, and this is just altogether guitar stuff, is go to a music shop if you can. Doesn't matter if it's a locally owned business or a big box store, such as Guitar Center, whatever. Try out as many guitars as you can. You don't want one that's too heavy or too light. You don't want a neck that's too chunky or too thin. So yeah. So that's the advice I have for you. And until next time, everybody, stay tuned up and keep it rocking.